Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a new video. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but I've been having a lot of thoughts recently when I go around social media. I see a lot of different memes pop up, obviously, and I mean, it goes without saying that you should take memes with a grain of salt, whether they're funny or otherwise, but I feel like lately I've had a lot of intense thoughts about a lot of the memes that have popped up. And so today's video, as you can undoubtedly tell by the title, is going to be focusing on the recent ban of Baby It's Cold Outside, a Christmas holiday song, at certain radio stations. I think this originated in Canada, maybe? I don't know if it's specifically Canada, but it's also in a few places in the US. And the meme that I'm referring to, there's different versions of it, but the most prevalent one that I've seen is one where they take a picture of Chris Rock, and it says, "So you listen to rap music, but you're offended by Baby It's Cold Outside." And really, I want to kind of delve into the whole deal with Baby It's Cold Outside and why this meme in particular is just so dumb, really. And you can say that about a lot of memes, obviously, but why it's so dumb, but a lot of people are standing by this. So I just want to kind of analyze the song itself and analyze the situation a bit. So, Baby It's Cold Outside. For those of you that haven't heard this song, it's one that was written, I believe, back in the 40s, and it's basically a back and forth song between a man and a woman, and the biggest deal here is the connotation of the song has changed over time, or the way people perceive the song has changed over time. In just a moment, I'll pull up the lyrics. Alright, so again, the song is a back and forth between a woman and a man, starting with a woman and then the guy saying, but it's like, "I really can't stay, but baby it's cold outside. I've got to go away, but baby it's cold outside." And the song goes back and forth between this. And it paints this picture of, a woman, basically she's been with this guy and she's wanting to leave, or by a perception of today, that's the way it seems. When this song was originally written, it was written as, there were no hidden intentions here, basically, because it was in the 1940s and the mindset was, still is for some people, but the mindset was a woman can't want to have sex. She can't want to stay over with the guy that she really likes. So, she has to look for ways to say, she really wants to, but can't say it. Otherwise, people will talk. Because, what was one of the lyrics? The neighbors might think, baby, it's bad out there. Now this is a lyric, this part's a lyric that does get a bit of focus by a lot of people. It says, "Say what's in this drink." And that's something I'll come back to, but on the whole, the song itself, if you take it in the context of when it was written, what it was originally intended for, it's not I apologies for the term, but it's not the kind of rapey song that a lot of people take it to be these days. And I'm not gonna lie, I personally, whenever I hear the song, it's really creepy to me. Because although I do know the original connotation, the original context for the song, that it was something, it was a song that people sang to end parties. It was one that was just meant as that, back and forth, this just cheeky banter back and forth between a man and a woman. The man really wants her to stay, and the woman really wants to stay, but she can't say. It's like she has to pretend like, I can't stay. What will people say? That kind of thing. And in that regard, I don't like the song for that reason too, just because I hate that old mindset, that idea that, oh, a woman can't want to stay, or she can't make it known that she's going to be staying with someone, a certain guy, or, well, again, by today's standards, just stay with someone and want to have sex with them because, women just can't do that. That's stupid. But, again, that's the original context of the song, and even the line, "Say what's in this drink," by today's standards, a lot of people would take that to be, it's like, putting a roofie in a drink, which only adds to, again, apologies for the term, but that sort of rapey vibe that you get whenever you hear this, or, well, when certain people, myself included, hear this song. But that still plays into the whole, say, oh, what's in this drink? Acting like, this drink is so strong that she wouldn't be able to leave. She wouldn't be safe. That sort of deal. And again, it's like, I bring that up because I want you to have the original context of the song in mind if you don't know what it is. Now, I'll provide a link to the lyrics in the description down below so you can check it out yourself. Again, these are words that were written back in the 40s, and to that regard, the song itself is sort of a time capsule. It's something that is a product of its time, and because of that, us being in the 21st century, our opinions, the way we perceive things, is much different than the way things were back then. So, to bring up the controversy a bit, and while I was looking, actually I was wrong. It wasn't Canada, it was somewhere in Ohio, apparently, that started sort of the ban idea. Or I could be wrong on that too, I don't know, I was just looking around. Regardless, so the big deal here seems to be that people are getting mad because "Baby It's Cold Outside" has been banned in certain areas, and some people don't want to hear "Baby It's Cold Outside." But according to this meme, it's like, so you listen to rap music, and what they're saying there is basically, oh, well, you listen to rap music, there's sex, I've seen some memes that refer to, like, the songs having rape in them. Maybe it's just me, but any rap songs I've listened to don't tend to have mention of rape in them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm listening to the wrong rap, I don't know. But all the same, it's like they're making these connotations as like, oh, so rap is bad, and that's something you really shouldn't listen to, but you're offended by "Baby It's Cold Outside"? And again, we have to bring this into context, and that's something that I'm going to ramble about a little bit more here. So, when you listen to rap music, where do you typically hear it? It's, if you're listening to the radio, it's a dedicated rap station. A lot of times pop music, pop music stations, they'll play certain rap songs. And yeah, some of them can be a bit, depending on your perspective, some of the songs can be seen as a bit much or even inappropriate. But still, you're listening to rap music because you want to listen to rap music. There's a certain thing, there's a certain artist you want to hear. You know what you're listening to there, and you know where to find those. You know where to find those songs on those particular stations, or through your iPod, or various other means on the internet. And then we have "Baby It's Cold Outside." Now, "Baby It's Cold Outside" really, with the exception of like the one or two movies it was in way back in the day, you're only going to hear that song on stations that are playing Christmas music, which tends to be the stations that change over to just 24-hour Christmas songs until like Christmas is over. So again, you have to take the context. When you're listening to rap music, you seek out rap music, and whatever the themes may be, you know what the themes are that you're looking for when you look up those stations or you look up those songs. Now, when you're listening to Christmas music, you have stuff like, you have the hymns of churches and this and that. You have Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, which I've also seen a meme saying that's like, people are banning Baby It's Cold Outside, but really they should be getting rid of All I Want for Christmas Is You. I can't really agree with that. It's a catchy song. I don't hear it as often as some people because I don't work in retail, and I'm sure it gets insanely repetitive there. But still, there's a certain sort of feel you are looking for when you go looking for Christmas music. And now, Baby It's Cold Outside isn't even really specifically a Christmas song, shall we say. There's no mention of Christmas, only that it's winter and it's cold outside. So, really, it being played alongside a bunch of Christmas songs is questionable to begin with, but think of it this way. When you're out at stores and you are hearing all these songs, you hear a variety of Christmas music. And then on comes Baby It's Cold Outside. Now, again, I know that some people are stuck in this. It's like, only the original context. But we have to keep in mind all the people today, like young kids, young adults, people my age, that, we've grown up and, we weren't born in the 40s. We weren't, I was born in 84, so way after that time period. And I've always found the song a bit creepy. And so many more people do. And some people, because of the words that are in the song. Again, going back to, Say What's in This Drink. And the way the song plays out, it really, again, from a modern perspective, it sounds like the guy is pressuring the girl to stay. Now, regardless of the original intent, I'm sorry, people, we have to keep in mind that perceptions change. The way people absorb media changes. Words mean something. And just because something is tongue-in-cheek back in the 40s, a time which, I'm sorry, was not very, they didn't exactly promote strong women all the time back then. Or women's independence even. But taking all of this from the modern perspective, I can understand why people would not want to hear it on a Christmas station, why they would not want to hear it among other Christmas songs. Because by a perspective of today, or perhaps just a liberal's perspective of today, it does sound strange. And for, men or women who have gone through experiences of sexual abuse, rape, things of that nature, a song like this, regardless of its original intent, there's a very strong chance that they're going to take those lyrics a certain way. And that can be, again, pardon the term, very triggering for them. And some people don't care about that. It's like, they think it's just like, it's a song, this is the way it used to be, it's the way it always should be. It's like, if you don't want to hear it, then just don't listen to it. But again, it's a song that's played among other Christmas songs, be it on 24-hour Christmas stations during that period of the season, sometimes even out in public, like in stores where they might be playing Christmas music as well. And there have been many different versions of the song. But regardless, do I think the song should be banned? No. I do think that it should be... I do think it's a song that should be a little bit more scrutinized, however. I'm not going to say that, the liberals on this are 100% right. That this song, it promotes rape, it promotes sexual abuse, and it should just be outright banned. I don't agree with that because, again, there is the original intent. There's the original context of this song. But in taking the public at large into account, I think that should boil down to the public's opinion. I think that for a song like Baby It's Cold Outside, if a radio station chooses to play it, but people call in and they complain, then it's up to the business, the people who own that station, to make the decision. Okay, do we keep playing, do we keep this song in rotation, or do we take it out? And that's the thing, is an outright ban of the song I don't agree with. I do think that there's a lot of discussion that needs to be had here, a lot of things that people of an older age, the baby boomer age, and people of a younger age, I mean, I'm a bit older, I'm 34 years old, I'm one of the very older millennials, and I can see both perspectives on this. I can see where both sides are coming from, but I firmly believe in progression of thought and progression of perspectives, and I think that the memory of the song should be maintained. I think that its original intent should be made more publicly known, because I didn't know this until I looked it up myself. Again, I always thought it was just a really creepy, pardon the term, rapey sounding song. But that's not the way it originally was. Despite that fact, though, there are many people who are growing up these days, people my age, people younger, that find it to be at the very least, a very problematic song. So because of that, should we stop playing it on Christmas stations? I would say if you were to play it on a Christmas station, maybe save it until later in the night, when older people might be listening, or basically when younger kids might not be listening. Actually, I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that. It's such a strange, complex situation around a silly song that I personally just don't like. But to bring it back to this meme, so you listen to rap music, but you're offended by Baby It's Cold Outside. A person can listen to rap music because they want to listen to rap music. They know what they're getting from rap music. A person can listen to death metal. They know what they're getting from death metal. Someone can listen to whatever they want, but they're offended by Baby It's Cold Outside because of the modern day perspective. And I don't care what anyone says, call people snowflakes, whatever you want, but the modern perspective is the perspective that's going to keep continuing and growing with time, because these are the people who are going to be making decisions, if not now, in the future. Change happens, and you have to understand how change of perspective happens. That's why certain words are no longer used like they used to be. That's why certain songs, I can't think of any right off the top of my head, but why certain songs are no longer played on public radio. You can play them in your personal life, you can play them at home, that's perfectly fine. But things change, perspectives change, and just this whole mindset behind this meme. So you listen to rap music, which again apparently connotates that rap music is bad, but you're offended by Baby It's Cold Outside. It's a meme that I hope I never see again. And honestly, if you stand by that perspective, you need to really think about what you're saying there, because there's a whole lot about Baby It's Cold Outside you might not know. It's like, be it the original context, be it the modern context, and the modern context angers you. I'm sorry, but that's the modern context. That's the world we live in, and it's not hurting anyone. It's getting rid of the song is meant to actually help people, the ones who are very upset by the words in that song, So by it being something that is better for people and does not harm people, I just can't agree with you if you stand with this meme. So yeah, this was very rambly, might not have made a whole lot of sense, but I hope I got my point across, and I'm really interested to hear what you all have to say. When it comes to this song, what are your thoughts? If you've never heard the song before, give it a listen. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about the lyrics and perhaps what context or personal context you might bring to it. As I said several times in this video, I've always found it kind of creepy. I don't like it. Anytime I hear it come on the radio, I change the station. I don't like it. But the perspective that people take that, you know, listening to bad music, rap music, makes it questionable why someone would find Baby It's Cold Outside to be bad, or a person might be offended by that song. I'm interested to hear your all's perspectives. And again, I apologize for all the rambling. This was especially one just because, I mean, this is a brand new kind of thing. I'd be interested in doing more of these videos where I sort of cover memes and discuss and analyze the topics around them, what they're talking about, and whether or not I agree with the subject of that meme. If this is something that interests you at all, let me know, because I think it would be kind of fun to do, and it would lead to some very interesting dialogue down in the comments. So, I'll shut up now, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm not sure when I'm going to put this out, but whenever you happen to be seeing this, it'll be the week before Christmas. So, everyone, have very, very happy holidays. If you celebrate it, a very Merry Christmas. And I'll see you in the next video. Later days.